Today, we're making canh bí, a traditional Vietnamese soup made with winter melon or white gourd. Canh bí is a light and refreshing soup that is a staple in Vietnamese cuisine, and it can typically be found as one of the main components of cơm gia đình, or simply family meals. Canh bí is especially popular during the summer months as Vietnamese people believe that it has cooling properties. So if you've never had a refreshing soup before, make sure you give this one a try. Alright y'all, remember to wash your hands. The first step in making our canh bí is prepping all of our ingredients. This is bí, also known as winter melon or white gourd. We'll peel away all of the fuzzy exterior. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Vietnamese and Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. And some people like cutting this into chunks, but my mom actually always cut these into little strips, so that's how I'm gonna make it as well. We'll hack away at our winter melon vertically and then cut off pieces until we get these little strips. Once we're done doing all that, we'll put it to the side, and then we'll finally mince up a shallot. And then we'll chop up some green onions and cilantro to use as a garnish later. We'll move on to prepping our shrimp, and first we'll rehydrate a 1/3 cup of dried shrimp in warm water for about 10 minutes. And I have these dried shrimps from Cole Market made in Louisiana, and honestly they're the highest quality dried shrimp that I've seen outside of Vietnam. We're gonna let this vibe out and reconstitute. I have a handful of shrimp that I've de-pooped and peeled, and I actually thought I had way more shrimp on hand, but I guess a little goes a long way here, so we'll make do with what we have. I'm going to use my knife and I'll mince that up finely, but you can also use a food processor instead. I'm gonna season this simply with some salt and pepper and just a touch of fish sauce. We'll continue to mince our shrimp until it turns into a paste, and once we have all of our prep work done, we'll move on to cooking the soup. To a pot, we'll add a splash of oil, drop in our minced shallots, and saute for a minute or until fragrant. Then we'll add in our rehydrated dried shrimp and saute that for another minute. To the pot, we'll add in 3 quarts of water. We'll bring that up to a rolling boil and skim off any impurities that bubble up. Then we'll add in our winter melon. Bring that back up to a boil, and then to season our soup, we'll add in 1/2 tablespoon of MSG, sugar, and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Just like with any other recipe though, make sure you adjust and season to taste. Then we'll take our shrimp mixture and drop little spoonfuls of it into our soup. And when the shrimp float up, you know that they're cooked through. And then it's time to plate. We'll ladle some of our soup into a bowl. Garnish with green onions and cilantro. And we'll finish that with some black pepper. Serve this with your favorite braised protein or with gà roti to make your cơm gia đình complete. Make sure you watch my gà roti video on how to make that from scratch. As always, the full recipe and measurements is on my blog at feedthepudge.com. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.